Good morning from Novi Sad, the second largest city in all of Serbia. Yesterday we checked out of Villa President and took the 15-minute cab journey down to the city of Novi Sad. We are staying at the Hotel President, another hotel within this incredible chain. And, let me pick it up. We are waiting for breakfast. Some dishes have already been delivered. Some more are coming. Of course, there is not buffet style at the moment due to the situation. So we've got a few little treats being dropped off, and from what it looks like, it looks really, really good. Unfortunately, like we said, a few of the things are actually closed at the minute, so we are gonna eat our breakfast, head out and try and do the best city tour, explore the city the best that we can. We know we can get some takeaways, we know there's some incredible sights, and we've heard it's an incredibly beautiful city.
More?
More. Oh wow.
Waiting for eggs.
Still waiting for eggs. Wow, this looks so good.
Thank you so much.
Chocolate tart, and I think that is going to
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is a spread and a half. Honestly, I don't know how we're going to get through it all, but we will. And Novi Sad is actually surrounded by lush farmlands called Salash. So we can only presume that the fresh cheeses, meats and vegetables come from a Salash, which is basically the farm. So that means that it's going to be really, really good, tasty, and I want to try it. I don't even know where to start.
This is ridiculous. I said this is enough for 6, probably. I don't think we're gonna need lunch. Good job the restaurants are closed today, right? We can we've even got like an amazing, is it a tart?
Chocolate tart,
Chocolate tart for dessert.
Who has chocolate tart for breakfast?
We've
What
got a
a
fruit
crazy
platter,
idea.
we've got a salad, we've got bread, we've got a meat platter with cheeses, we've got eggs, we've got fried vegetables, we've got coffee. What do I even
Juices,
eat? I'm gonna have to
bread,
try
everything.
something. I really like the look of this. I don't know if it's salami or pepperoni.
I think it's salami.
It's just so fresh. That was far too much food in the morning. Serbians just love to feed you up. I don't know why, especially for breakfast, but finally the rain has stopped and we are heading out. We're actually located on like the main street the hotel is. About 10-minute walk from the center of Novi Sad, heading towards Subotica. On the main street is actually the famous synagogue, which was built in 1909, and it's actually where a lot of the Jewish community, because there used to be a huge Jewish community in Novi Sad, were taken to Nazi concentration camps during the Second World War. But this area here was the Jewish quarter back in like the 17 and 1800s. But it's just a nice spot as we're walking through on the way to the main town, luckily located right near our hotel.
Serbia has such a rich history, and in particular Novi Sad. Novi Sad also has won the Youth Cultural Centre of the Year, I believe, am I right?
2019.
2019, I don't really know what that means, but I would assume, one would assume that it means coffee shops, good nightlife and graffiti. It's definitely more colourful.
What are you saying, that all young people do graffiti?
All young people do graffiti, all young people drink coffee and all young people like to go out, but it's like much brighter and much more colourful than Belgrade. There's just graffiti and big paintings and art everywhere.
Yeah, you can actually do like walk-in graffiti tours, I think.
You don't need to, just come with me.
Yeah, this one's amazing. This one is really, really nice.
No, it's not really graffiti though, is it? It's like a proper bit of art.
It's a
mural.
Mural. Every summer in Novi Sad they have Serbia's biggest music festival called Exit Festival, so I suppose that plays in well with the youth culture. I don't really know what a youth culture award is, but they're very proud of it, and they're actually this year getting the Cultural Capital of Europe award. So you can see this city is rich in all different types of culture, and you're already walking along. It feels so different to Belgrade. It's so colourful, obviously a little bit quieter and a lot flatter. Them hills in Belgrade, they just become way too hard after a few years.
Just a 2-minute walk from the synagogue and from that massive mural that we found. We have made it to Freedom Square, Liberty Square, whatever you would like to call it. And this is pretty crazy. It is one huge square. You have the main centerpiece, which is Novi Sad's biggest cathedral, which is unbelievable, and both sides of the square actually are surrounded with 18th century architecture. I mean, there's a man up there, not an actual man, like a, what is it called? You know when they're in their shields, like he's in a metal shields, like guarding the building, and they've all got these like spires on top, spear spires, and it's just really beautiful architecture. It's such a nice square, such a shame that not much is open, or nothing is open, because it's quite empty today.
In terms of a main city square, this is right up there with like any city square across Europe. I don't know why, the architecture really reminds me maybe of like a Vienna, somewhere in Germany, but it's lovely. It's just a shame the weather, the lockdown came at the same time. I'm sure this place will be full, people out having drinks, people performing, but we're making the best of a bad situation. Luckily, I suppose, the weather being bad and the lockdown, we've sort of more got it to ourselves. The first good thing to come out of the lockdown is that the shops are closed. So Molly cannot go shopping, but they do have here in Novi Sad probably the prettiest H&M I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's so nice. I absolutely love the colour. You wouldn't have thought it was a H&M, and actually half of the shops on the square you wouldn't think are actual shops because of the architecture. Literally everywhere in Serbia you can smell and see popcorn. There's popcorn stands everywhere, and they're like a really, would you say it's like an old-fashioned, like traditional sort of popcorn stand? Like
they're pretty traditional with the red and white stripes.
I absolutely love it.
We're gonna have to get popcorn. Our shops are closed, restaurants are closed. I think we should get some popcorn.
There's nothing else to eat, is there? What flavour do we get? Salty, sweet?
Sweet and salty. Do you reckon it could be traditional? Because they have it everywhere. In Belgrade there's like thousands of popcorn stands.
There's one over there, there's one here. They're all down the main roads. We saw them in Belgrade, and you can just smell it everywhere. Hello.
Hello.
Can we have a small popcorn, please?
Yes.
What flavour is it? Sweetie or salt?
Salty with many salty flavors.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you picked the
Chicken flavor, grill flavor.
chicken flavour. Wow.
Oh, do you want to get just sweet and salty?
Yeah, just salty then.
Just salty, please.
Thank you. Thank you, that looks amazing. This just smells like
Chicken
Serbia.
popcorn.
We didn't get chicken popcorn, we got salty popcorn, but that's really crazy, isn't it?
Chicken popcorn's good from KFC.
If you're from Serbia, can you please comment below and tell us what flavour popcorn you normally get,
Or
and
if
why,
it's like a real tradition, because everyone seems to have popcorn.
and why do you have chicken flavour popcorn? Good salty popcorn, but we are now walking down to, or through, the main pedestrian street, which obviously isn't that
I'm not
busy.
sure the name, it's quite hard to pronounce. But
We
again,
can't
the
do very good.
buildings,
Buildings, amazing.
multicoloured.
Right by the church, and then everything is this architecture, which is just so nice. Oh, you want some?
Thank you.
And now we are being chased by pigeons. Do not feed them.
It's actually such a shame because of this lockdown. There's so many nice bars, restaurants, another Irish pub. I literally just saw an Irish pub. You can see that the nightlife here would be so good. I can just imagine that in Belgrade, that it goes on until normally 4, 5 a.m. when COVID isn't around. You've got coffee shops, you've got shoe shops, you've got every sort of shop. But this street from the main pedestrian street is Bonaskva. I think, I'm probably butchering the name, but it's like the most colourful street in all of Serbia. I could be lying there, but it's one of the most colourful streets I've ever seen. Reminds me a little bit of that famous street in Copenhagen, but unfortunately all of the shops here are closed. Hopefully, fingers crossed, when we're back out on Monday, all this will be open, it'll be vibrant, but the colours are lovely.
We've literally found the coolest street ever. I mean, it would be cool if there was no lockdown. This is literally, I would say this translates as bar street. You've got nightclubs, really cool bars, and 2 gyro shops. Now, I don't really understand the whole takeaway and delivery process at the minute. Obviously, I understand how that you would get stuff delivered, but it doesn't look as though you can go straight up and order. We have managed to, because the lady was outside, so we've managed to order 2 vegetable gyros, but this is literally crazy. The lockdown has made things quite quiet.
Thank you. Gyros in hand. It was literally like, it was like some sort of dodgy deal getting these. It was really hard work. We were meant to phone up, but we didn't have credit. but we got them in the end. We've actually walked across to the Danube Park, which literally is opposite the main walking street here in Novi Sad. It's got a really nice pond, everyone's out walking even though it is cold and looks like it's going to start raining again. Best place to eat our gyros though. I don't actually know what way is the right way up.
You got to eat it quick as well. I can see it spitting a little bit.
I know, it's raining again. This is terrible. This is literally this is COVID eating. Normally it'd be in a nice restaurant with a nice warm rakia to warm me up.
Or a nice draft beer.
Oh, don't. But instead it is gyros in the park. But to be fair, this place, well, Novi Sad seems to have so many gyro stands, so it feels right to get one.
And literally everyone's eating gyros.
I mean, it's fresh. Cheese is good.
It's gonna warm you up, that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. I mean, it wasn't the best gyro that I've ever had, but I'm pleased I found the shop because that road, it was just teasing me. The road full of nightclubs. If anyone knows what that is, that road, and when the nightclubs reopen, please comment below because there was like 20 of them. It was like a full strip. But we are now crossing the Varadinsky Bridge over to the fortress to probably end the day because it is freezing cold and the sun is sort of starting to set and there's no rain.
The end of Varadinsky Bridge is the streets of Petrovardin. I'm assuming named after the fortress, but they are honestly the craziest, or it is the craziest street. You've got this really old-fashioned decor, beautifully coloured, like some colours that you don't see anymore in houses.
The colours, it's just like over in the main square. It is a very vibrant city.
Orange roofs, and you've got all of the old-fashioned like doors. You know when you see those cowboy movies
Do you think
and they
people
have
live
the
here, or
doors?
do you reckon they're restaurants?
I feel like people live here and
It
they're
feels like a model town. It doesn't feel real.
It looks fake.
It does. But I think it's like 15, I don't know, do you reckon there's stairs up to the fortress?
I'm not sure. I don't actually know.
It's like your worst nightmare.
We'll get stairs. Stairs. If you've watched our videos before, you know my love for stairs is, it's not there, but they weren't actually too bad. It wasn't as steep as I expected, but this is pretty impressive. We've got the clock tower behind me. It's quite busy actually. It seems like everybody has come for a walk. Construction started in around the late 1600s, so it's extremely old. I didn't expect it to be so vast. It's pretty crazy and nicknamed the Gibraltar on Danube. I don't know why it's got that nickname. I haven't been to Gibraltar, but if it's a pretty name, then I can see why.
Considering it was raining earlier and there is a lockdown, this is definitely like the place to be in the evening just before sunset. Everyone is out for a walk, walking their dogs, walking their children, walking their boyfriends, taking us on a walk basically. It is a shame that there is a lockdown. There's actually lots of bars and restaurants right on top of the fortress, so hopefully Monday, if the lockdown ends, we'll definitely be back here for some food and some drinks. It actually hosts Exit Festival, which is the biggest festival in Serbia. Just imagine being up here at a music festival, getting really drunk, which actually got cancelled last year, and it's not looking so likely this year, so hopefully next year we'll come back here for Exit Festival. Not quite Exit Festival or even a restaurant and bar up here, but I came prepared. Small cider each. Ziveli. Best views in all of Novi Sad. You've got to come up here, I would say for sunset, but we're coming at a time where there's a big black cloud above us, but the views are amazing. You can see the Danube, you can see the main town behind us. I need to open this, I need to drink this and run because that is looking
scary.
That is looking bad.
That was the longest walk back from the fortress, but I need to give you a room tour. It is messy, we have slept in it, so do bear that in mind, but we have the biggest bed I think I've ever seen. It's the biggest one,
It's
definitely.
huge. It's so good. I can like run away from you in the night.
It's the biggest that we have had since staying at the President Hotels. We have these cute little side tables. What I really like about the President Hotels is the style. It's a very different decor.
Modern meets
traditional. Yeah, it's very palacey. I like that. We have our chest of drawers there where I've been working. We've got a huge cupboard with all of our coats in. Not that interesting. Smart telly actually has YouTube and Netflix on it. And then we have a big bathroom with...
Which I'm going to show.
You're going to show, yeah.
I'm going to show. It's very messy, so there'll be photos from earlier, but nice modern toilet, sink, shower.
And
really,
everything
really nice.
is very red in these President Hotels. We've got the red tiles, the red carpet. I think that's what makes it feel very palacey.
Oh, I knew this chair would come in handy. We have got our Waltz delivery on the way with all the restaurants and bars and everything closed. Walt is the best way to get your dinner. That sounded like a sponsor for Walt. Walt, message us actually. We're in Serbia for a long time. I've just promoted you very nicely. But we are heading somewhere very exciting tomorrow. So yeah, Walt is on the way. Gonna go and check out the sauna and spa here because all the President Hotels seem to have one, and it's the best way to relax in the morning. But like I say, we're heading somewhere very exciting tomorrow for one day, and then we're coming back to Novi Sad because we want to show it in its true light with bars, restaurants, everything open. It just sounds like an excuse for us to drink, but it's not. Very exciting day ahead tomorrow. We'll see you in the next one for that.